Hello everyone, this is Tech Jadis, and I'm here to discuss a thing or two. To be specific, a Super Saiyan thing, or Super Saiyan 2. If you were one of the 10 people who saw my video regarding Saiyans and their physiology and how Super Saiyan works as far as I can piece together, this latest episode of Dragon Ball Super threw me for a freaking loop. Now nothing makes sense the way I could have imagined it. They're making this hard. As far as I'm concerned, they don't have to explain how everything works. That's fine. You know, it's a fantasy thing. But I'm kind of OCD. If somebody asked me how something worked, I'd at least have to piece it together in my head in some fashion. It's got to make sense. I got to get from part A to part Z somehow. So, let's say somehow people just stopped firing beams out of their hands and started firing them out of their feet and didn't say anything about it. They were just yeah, this is how we're doing it from now on. I would be one of the people who have to concretely explain it away, because I wouldn't be able to live with myself and still watch the show without doing so. It's gotta make sense. I gotta be able to make it make sense. And if you don't ask the questions, you don't got to worry about it, because, you're not going to worry. It's not going to not make sense to you, because you're just not going to click that it doesn't. That being the case, Super Saiyan. Oh my god, Super Saiyan. So, Super Saiyan 2. We have now seen two people turn Super Saiyan 2 for the first time in their lives in the history of Dragon Ball. We have seen people turn Super Saiyan 2 before, Goku's done it, Vegeta's done it. We've seen it, but that wasn't the first time they've done it, and they've never did a flashback to say, here's how it was done. Hell, even apparently Gotenks turned Super Saiyan 2 for a millisecond before hitting Super Saiyan 3, and apparently that's the case, but they still didn't show the first time he did it. They've actually never shown the first time anybody's hit Super Saiyan 3. Apparently Goku did that in the afterlife for the first time off screen. So why not just let her do Super Saiyan 3 also? Just hit Super Saiyan 3. Even though, if you've been, like I said, if you were one of the 10 people who actually watch my videos, you'd be like, but didn't you say it? That might not be a real Super Saiyan form? Sure, but at this point, I don't know. At this point, I don't think anybody actually cares. It's I just watched the most fan servicey episode ever, and it didn't really sit with me very well, and it's not because they were debunking what I had said before. It was just obviously fan servicey. You like Frieza? Hey, look, here's some Frieza. You remember Broly? Remember Broly? Ah, I remember Broly. Remember Broly? Ah, yeah, Broly. Remember Broly? Yeah, Kale. And I've heard this, and it just makes me facepalm. People still trying to act like Super Saiyan has anything to do with anger, that you have to have anger. No, you don't. No, you don't. I can definitively prove this just from these last two episodes. The interesting amount of laziness in the animation. Every time they wanted to do the whole back tingly quote-unquote thing, they reuse animation, they reuse shots. And they've reused the same shot for Khalifa 5 times now. Or maybe I'm exaggerating. It's at least 3, maybe 4 times now. I mean, geez, come on. We get it, tingly backs, whatever. So they go to Kale and they're like, hey, do the tingly back thing. And immediately they do it's basically the same animation but green and on her back instead of Khalifa's. But then they just don't do it anymore. Never do it again. The animation of her turning Super Saiyan, or Legendary Super Saiyan if we really want to, give it that title, was not having anything to do with a back. There was power all over her. All over her body. It went from top to bottom. It was all over the place. It was very scattered. And if it had anything to do with the back, they did. It's they specifically have an animation to tell you that the back thing is what they're doing. It's specific. It's lazy and specific, and I hate it. But they are very sure to let you know that this is what's happening. But then they go, let's try the anger route. This is an actual thing that's said. We tried the back thing, let's try anger. As in, these aren't the same thing. They are different. And then they try anger, and apparently, bickering sets her off. Makes her, I guess, angry or emotional enough to actually turn over and become Super Saiyan. But when it's done, there's no back tinglies, because the back tinglies have nothing to do with the way that she turned. It has nothing to do with the way almost anybody's turned. What are these back tinglies? What the hell? Where did Kaba find out? I mean, I don't know what was going on. Was he in the ring with Vegeta, just not paying attention to what Vegeta said, and just staring off into space, and suddenly he's like, wait, my back tingles, I'm gonna do something with that, because I'm bored. and then is that how he did it? How? I don't even know where this back tingly thing comes from. I don't know what it's connected to. I don't understand. And then the worst thing of all happens. The absolute worst thing in the entire episode happens. And that is Khalifa turning Super Saiyan 2 out of nowhere on a whim. This is the second person we've ever seen turn Super Saiyan 2. The first time it was Gohan, and it was through quite a bit of trial and tribulation and the threat of a lot of loss. A lot. But this time it was to deflect a blast. Alright, let's just take these two scenarios. We have one where turning a Super Saiyan form, Super Saiyan 2, requires lots of, deep introspection, lots of focus. Gohan, basically his job was, and Cell told him, basically pretty much everybody was rooting for him to do it. Gohan, stand here. Don't do anything. Turn Super Saiyan 2 already. Get that power that everybody's talking about. Do the power up. Cell wants you to do it. Everybody wants you to do it so you can beat Cell. Cell wants you to do it so you can actually have a fun fight. Do it. Everybody's telling you do it, and we're going to try to spur you on to do it. And we're going to do this for like an episode or two, unless you listen Kai. I think Kai was like maybe a full episode, maybe a little longer than a full episode. And then he finally does it. After lots of probing, he does it. And then Khalifa's like not paying attention. She's just, fought in the middle of a fight, dodging things and all this crap. And then suddenly it's like, I'm going to deflect this blast from Kaba. Boom, Super Saiyan 2 now. I mean, if that's the case, if it's that easy, then, okay, here's the only way it makes sense now. Which is, this is sad. The only way it makes sense now is if Universe 6 Saiyans are just superior than Universe 7. Just as a race, they basically have access to every super form, and all they have to do is just do very minimals and get them. I don't know if this is because after the Universe 7's Solida planet, I'm hoping I pronounced that right, it was destroyed. Maybe when they went to take planet Vegeta as their own, maybe the Saiyans had suffered a great deal of inbreeding. Maybe they're so freakishly inbred that they're lucky they even survive as a species on Universe 7. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. All I know is that there are differences. They don't have tails. But also a big, humongous difference is, and this is going to come into conflict with something in GT, is GT was like, oh, you gotta have your tail to have, to get that full power of a Saiyan. Everything in Super is saying the complete opposite. These people are genetically born without them, and they outclass Universe 7 naturally. They didn't have to go through all the crap that 7 had to go through, and they are just... It's another bargain sale, but it's nuts. It'd be one thing if you were related to the people and had to spend your life around people who were Super Saiyan 2s and stuff like that. Maybe something would come off of them onto you. Maybe you'd have to elevate yourself in order to keep up with them. That would make sense. But these are people who have not seen anybody. They don't even know what Super Saiyan is. There isn't one. There aren't any. And then in the matter of one meeting with Vegeta in the middle of a tournament, we get our first one. And then finally being asked to try to pull that power out of other people, he meets with two others, and it's immediate. It's oh, only have a few hours to do this? That's fine. Universe 6 Saiyans. You know what? I'll even Super Saiyan 2 one of them, because, we're not inbred trash. Inbred monkey trash. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but in the middle of this rant, I turned Super Saiyan 2. So, there we go. It's that easy. Whoops. Tell me what you think. Comment below. And thanks for watching my video.